morning everyone, and welcome to my first ever virtual St Nick's Assembly. Forgive the sports clothing, but I've just finished my Joe Wicks workout. I hope you all are doing it every day, 9 o'clock every morning, so come on. Just like you, we're all having to work differently at the moment, find different ways of living and working. So you'll have to excuse me if I make any mistakes in this virtual assembly. Hopefully over the next couple of weeks I'll fine-tune it and get used to the technical side of things. At this point I think I'd like to introduce you to Bonnie, our 3-year-old Labrador, very excitable. She likes to be centre of attention, so hopefully she'll behave herself for this assembly, but I couldn't leave her out. Just like assemblies in school, there'll be a couple of messages, a couple of announcements, things I'd like to share with you. So hang on in there for about 15 to 20 minutes. I've got a little request for you as well and a challenge. So stick with me and we'll get through it together. So we're used to life being pretty much the same, staying the same routines every day. But since the coronavirus, things have changed a lot. We're all having to get used to life being very different. It's the new normal, and it'll be the new normal for a few weeks yet to come. And it's the same for everyone. Across the world, across the UK, it's exactly the same for everyone. It's not easy, but keep going. You're doing really well, all of you. I'd also like to use this opportunity to welcome new pupil in Year 6, Kobe. It's a really difficult time to start a new school. It must be so hard not being able to see and make new friends. But I thought it might be nice for pupils in Miss Hallinan class to perhaps email me a little message for Kobe, perhaps a couple of sentences about yourself, and I'll make sure that Kobe gets it. So when school does reopen, he'll have a little bit of an idea of everybody, and it'll be a lovely way for him to feel welcomed into the school community. Now, I do have a little request for you. As you know, the rainbows have been appearing all over the UK and the world, and the rainbow is seen as a symbol of hope and unity and care for one another. And lots of people have been putting these in their front windows, and so if you haven't done it yet, that's a really good task for you to do today, to draw a rainbow, decorate it, colour it if you can, and pop it in your front window. And if your parents can, and they've got a Twitter account, or they can email a photo to me, upload it onto Twitter and make sure you tag in the school at St Nicholas_CCB, and then we can share all your beautiful rainbows. Doesn't matter how big, how small, how creative, doesn't matter, just do it. And those people who are keeping the country going, those people who are looking after us, health care workers, essential workers, just think how much it means to them when they pass your house and they see those pictures of rainbows up in your front window. So that's my challenge for you today. So here I am up by my little pond, and I don't know about you, but life is really slowed down at the moment. The roads outside my house are really quiet, and the first thing I do every morning is just stand and watch by my window, and more importantly, listen. I can see all sorts of bits of nature, animals, birds, and I listen. I've listened to bird song, I've watched the naughty squirrel come and pinch nuts off my bird feeder, and it's been really lovely just getting back in touch with nature. At the end of this assembly, you'll hear some of the bird song, and listen out for the woodpecker that's tapping away on the tree next door. Nature's wonderful and all around us. And so I'm going to take you on a little tour of my garden to show you what I've been up to over the last few weeks. I've been doing lots of planting of seeds, and I've been just watching out for nature, and I'm going to show and share with you some of the things that I have noticed in my own garden since we've been all encouraged to stay at home. So follow me. Even as I speak, by my foot in my pond is our little frog who lives in our pond, and every night we hear him ribbiting away and talking to his neighbours next door in the pond across the fence. So welcome to my polytunnel. After a long time, my husband and I finally got round to building the polytunnel, and come and see what I've been planting. Bonnie comes out the way. So we've got some flowers, some sweet peas and dahlias, And along here we've got some tomatoes. Come on in, film camera person. We've got some courgette, tomatoes down here. We've got some sweet corn, basil. Along here we've got coriander, some leeks, aubergines, sweet peppers. Down there got a big courgette growing and some more flowers here. So I've been keeping myself really busy growing things from seed, which I really enjoy. I love gardening. Hey, maybe if you've got some seeds, you can plant some seeds too, and it's brilliant. When your parents perhaps go to the supermarket, I'm sure sometimes you can get some seeds there. If you can't, don't worry, but if you can, it's a brilliant thing to do when you've got some extra time on your hands. So I'm introducing you to the new members of the Lewis household. We've got Ryan, Maggie, Brody and Bianca, our new girls. They've been with us a couple of weeks now. They haven't laid an egg yet, but they're only very young, and very soon their combs on the top of their heads will go red, and we're looking forward to some delicious eggs. But we love our chickens, and they have lots and lots of space here to peck around and find all the nice juicy things in the soil. Like in all school assemblies, I like to finish with a short prayer or reflection. So just for a moment, just bow your heads, close your eyes, or you don't have to do either of those things, but just listen and maybe have a moment of silence as I read the following. For family and friends, we are thankful. For the beauty of nature and the world around us, we are thankful. For all the things in life that we take for granted, we are thankful. Please help us to be willing to show our thanks, not only in what we say, but also in what we do, every single day. We are thankful. Amen. So that brings me almost to the end of my very first virtual assembly. A couple of other messages. On Wednesday, I'm going to be putting some tasks onto our new online system. Your parents have had all the information, and I'm looking forward to having those back. Don't forget to do your rainbows, your 6s and your 5s and 6s. Please, if you've got time, to email me a little message for Kobe, our new year 6 pupil. And if you've got any questions about your work, or any questions indeed for anything, please, you know how to get in touch with me. You can email me at school and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for all your family members, and be kind, be good and be helpful for your families. I look forward to seeing the work everybody's done in the next week, and I hope that you tune in for my next virtual assembly on Monday the 27th at 9 o'clock. And that'll be every Monday after that, and it'll be on the YouTube St Nick's channel, which is a brand new channel where I'll be putting these assemblies. In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay safe. It's been great chatting to you. A first for me, and I will be speaking to you next Monday. Bye.